Orange County towns are expected to expand anti-discrimination protections for the LGBTQ community. And tonight, leaders in Carboro are discussing the topic, but it started last night with Hillsborough. The board passed an ordinance protecting members of the LGBTQ community. It means that within town limits, businesses cannot discriminate based on sexual orientation or gender identity. It started in Charlotte in 2016 with the passage of a local LGBTQ rights ordinance. In response, the Republican-controlled General Assembly passed House Bill 2, or the bathroom bill, got national attention here. It required people to use the restroom that corresponds to their gender at birth. Protests followed, and ultimately a compromise between Governor Cooper and Republican lawmakers. House Bill 2 was repealed, but it barred local governments from passing non-discrimination ordinances.
Okay, that is a blatant lie. The legislature blindsided Governor Cooper. They told Governor Cooper that they were going to take HB2 off the book cleanly. They didn't. They held a late night secret session. Exactly what happened. They held a late night secret session where there was nobody else was allowed inside the building, and passed the law that kept bathroom bill intact.
You're obviously not happy about what happened.
No. Well, the Republican legislative leadership broke its word. It said that if the Charlotte City Council would repeal its ordinance, then they would fully repeal House Bill 2. But what happened was that they refused to put a House Bill 2 repeal bill onto the floor of both the House and Senate. There were enough Republican and Democratic votes to get that done. People in North Carolina are tired of House Bill 2. They're tired of North Carolina being on the late night comedy shows. It is a stain on our great state's reputation, and it's got to be wiped out. I'm going to work hard. Continue to work. This was our best chance to do it. It cannot be our last chance. We've got to keep working.
Well, Governor, why did 16 Democratic lawmakers vote against the repeal?
Well, no, that's just not true. What they did was added to repeal of House Bill 2 a moratorium on any city or county passing anti-discrimination ordinances. That's essentially what House Bill 2 does. So it was a legislative trick. The Democrats saw through it. They knew that if this moratorium on any local anti-discrimination ordinance passed, that it wouldn't work, that the NBA wouldn't come back, that the NCAA wouldn't come back, that businesses would still say no to North Carolina in many cases. They knew this. So they were trying to stop something that wasn't full repeal, and it wasn't their agreement. We had enough Republicans and Democrats together to get this done, and this was a failure of the Republican legislative leadership. They went back on their word. What we have to do now is to find another path.
New at 11, a second Orange County town expanded anti-discrimination protections for the LGBTQ community. We told you last night at 11 that Hillsborough passed an ordinance banning discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity. Tonight, Carborough passed a similar measure. Chapel Hill is set to meet tomorrow.